At the end of the last week, the market was gripped by cautious sentiment. Traders were concerned about the rapid spread of the Delta strain, which poses a great risk to the global economic recovery. Beijing's tough stance on a number of China's largest tech companies also weighed on market sentiment. Last week, the FOMC meeting finally took place. Following its results, Fed Chairman Jerome Powell said the regulator would maintain the soft monetary policy. The Fed will keep the key rate near zero until unemployment and GDP stabilize. Notably, there is a grain of truth in his words. The preliminary indicator of US GDP for the second quarter was lower than forecasts, which also increased concerns. The US dollar index, which demonstrates the strength of the greenback against a basket of 6 major rivals, lost 0.81% last Friday, closing the week at 92.10. The euro-dollar pair closed the week at 1.1870, retreating from a 4-week high. Like the Fed, the ECB tends to keep the interest rate at record low levels for even longer to boost sluggish inflation to the target of 2%. The pound-dollar pair managed to break through to the 4-week high amid the weakening of the US currency. Last Monday, the UK government ended the restrictive measures. As for the Bank of England, its members cannot reach an agreement. Some members of the Monetary Policy Committee say it is time to tighten policy, while others insist on the need to continue the bond buying program at least until 2022. The crypto market gained momentum amid positive news. Bitcoin has finally broken above the level of $40,000. Some crypto experts are now expecting Bitcoin to hit a historical high of $60,000. However, despite such a strong rally, it is too early now to make bullish calls on Bitcoin. Bitcoin consolidated at $42,000 after the news that the world's largest online retailer, Amazon, may start accepting it as a means of payment. Last week, oil prices grew by 3%. North Sea oil rose above the level of $76 per barrel. Sentiment turned bullish after a report on the fall in crude oil inventories and the prospects for a recovery in demand. US crude stockpiles declined to a 1.5-year low. Nevertheless, the rapid spread of the Delta strain and possible restrictions on the movement of people remain the biggest threats to the oil market. Meanwhile, gold slightly dropped amid sharp volatility on forex. However, it managed to close the week with an increase to the level of $1,815 per troy ounce, following the Fed's soft stance on monetary policy. You've watched Combined Financial Review on Insta TV with me, Anna Kasatkina. Stay tuned.